On this week's edition of WeatherWise, Jackson explains supercells. Here's WeatherWise.
Meteorologist Jackson Chastain here with the latest edition of WeatherWise. Today we're going to talk supercells, more importantly the components of a supercell radar signature. I know you folks, you see us tracking them on the radar, but sometimes we point out some terms, and I thought I'd explain them to you so that you guys can kind of understand that too, and then next time you see it, you know what it is. And here are a few basic components to a supercell radar signature. You've got heavy rain, located here, the leading edge, warm surface winds, the debris ball, hail core, and the cold upper level winds. And we'll kind of discuss a few of those in depth. This number one here, brighter colors, when you're looking at radar and you see those reds and you start to see those pinks, not a good sign, because typically pink to black indicates extremely heavy precipitation, and in many cases usually points towards the development and falling of hail. So if you ever see pinks in blacks specifically on the radar, probably a good idea to go inside. Number two, to the any supercell signature is you're going to get your warm surface winds that are kind of flowing inward into the storm, and then you've got cold upper level winds that are kind of flowing around the backside here. And those strong winds, again, they're from the surface and they're from the upper levels, but both of those work together to kind of tighten up that rotation, especially when it comes to tornado formation within a supercell. Number three here is the tornado itself. And if you have a tornado on the ground, one of the things you can actually look for is something called a debris ball. Now, you see us talk about this all the time when it comes to a term called correlation coefficient. We're not going to dive into that right now, but what I will tell you is that when you're looking at this Hook Echo, this supercellular signature on radar, when you see kind of a brighter ball, a brighter area of values in kind of that Hook region, basically what that is it's showing debris thrown up into the air. The radar's picking that up, and it's telling us, hey, basically we're seeing higher values here because we're seeing more stuff in the air. And so if you ever see kind of a signature and then you see these higher values here, maybe an indication that there might be a tornado on the ground. Number four here is the leading edge of that gust front. And gust fronts, they originate from the inside of the storm pushing ahead, and then the leading edge right here, that's where you're going to locate it, kind of closer to that backside of that storm as it makes its way on through. Now, this is what all I have for the latest edition of WeatherWise. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to post those to our Facebook, to our Twitter. You can send us an email, but otherwise, you guys have a great one.
WeatherWise is brought to you by Fort County Electric Power Association.